Hiya. Listen, I'm just doing a quick video. There's no filter on this, so I don't look bad, do I? Person watching me on Instagram Live. That's one person, that's all we need, two. We don't need anyone. No, you're waving. Hello, everyone. Russell Brand here, as you know, you clicked on me. There's the plant in the corner of the room. There's my face. This is the place to do my podcast from. This is a hat I'm thinking of wearing. Do you see that what happens to me when I wear a hat? Any cap on me looks like a MAGA cap, doesn't it? It doesn't matter that this thing happens to say wiener. It still looks a bit like a MAGA cap. That's why I've rejected the cap as a potential piece of headwear. The beanie, I will wear. The trilby, I will wear. Someone's sent a request to be in the video. 29 people, Jango, have sent a request. The reason I've come on here is to tell you about my podcast, Under the Skin, on luminary.com. This week we talked to Satish Kumar. Do you know Satish Kumar? This guy... Oh, Jen, that's cruelty to animals. We all heard that. There's the dog bear. What happened, Jen? Did you strike him?
No.
You heard him yelp? Did you stand on his tail?
Yeah.
Don't worry. This is a legal issue, and it will... Jenny May Finn will be dragged through the courts for that. It's weird when you hear a dog yelp, isn't it? Oh, it really sends you, man. Satish Kumar did a pilgrimage where he walked from India with his mate around the world with no money, right? Just left India with no money and relying on the kindness of strangers, strolled around the world, meeting en route Martin Luther King, Bertrand Russell, and to this day, Satish Kumar, even in his 80s, is a committed activist, environmentalist, and damn good person. Bring Noel on the podcast. Do you mean Fitzpatrick, Fielding, Gallagher? Which Noel? I've got so many Noels in my life. It could be any one of them Noels that you're referring to. So yeah, check out Under the Skin this week. And does anyone want to... Jen, why don't we take one of these requests for people that want to come on here with me? Let's have... Hi Russell, how are we going to get out of this negative corona vibe? People need love. Well, I suppose we can only be kind and compassionate to one another, one day at a time. Try to be non-judgmental, try to accept that other people have different concerns and perspectives than you. Just be loving. You look great as usual, thank you. View, look, there's a request. I'm going to try and do this request. Reckless Ruby, she sounds like the sort of person I'm assuming would benefit from this conversation, so I'm going to be talking to Reckless Ruby now. Primarily we're talking about my Luminary podcast Under the Skin, but you can ask me anything you want. Hello Reckless Ruby. I see you're a young...
This is happening.
Come back onto the mic, I can't hear you, mate. Let me turn you up.
I can't believe this is happening.
How do I turn up this person? This isn't my phone. I don't use my own phone, it's too terrifying. Hello Reckless Ruby, what did you want to say, mate?
G'day. What's happening? I love your vibes, your words. I listen to all your videos, and you're just a breath of fresh air and a cup of tea.
You're lovely. I really love you, Reckless Ruby. I'm glad I got this.
I love you, Russell Brand.
No, I love you. I love you, and I believe well, we can both love one another and really, really have faith in your ability to do whatever you want, become whoever you want to be, you fantastic young person. How long have you been alive now, mate?
24 years.
You're a 24-year-old person. You're absolutely terrific. I don't know if you're looking...
How long have you been alive for?
Oh, man, 45 years. 45 years, and that's not even including this bit where I lived in someone's womb. It was my mother, by coincidence. I was in there.
Well, okay, so March, so February, January, December, November, October, September, so that's 6 months plus, so that's like 24 and a half plus 9 months, so that's 25 and 3 months.
Look, all that time you've been alive. Someone's just asked me how I got on in how did I enjoy being the voice of Creek in the Trolls movie. I liked it. I like being the voice of Creek. I liked it, although I always wonder if it's a sort of a negative perspective on spiritual people, because as you know, if you've seen the Trolls movie, spoiler alert, Creek, the character I play, betrays all the other trolls and lets them down dreadfully while acting all spiritual. Something that I pray to God I will never, ever, ever do. Someone's alive for 52 years. Someone's alive for 70 years. Human beings.
Good on you. I'm proud of you. You've made it.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate your kindness.
52-year-old. But you
52-year-old. All right, I thought we were talking about me still. Listen, I want to... hey, do you listen to my podcast, Ruby?
I should.
You must. It's on luminarypodcast.com. Go over there and have a listen to the Satish Kumar. If you're not a person that's down with paying for things, just have a look at some of the free stuff that's on YouTube. But I can't recommend Luminary Podcasts enough. Satish Kumar, fantastic. Someone's asking, will I ever do an Art for Two movie? I don't think so, because I don't think we could get that funded. This is wonderful, says Magical724. I've got a job interview in an hour, says Lucy. Do you have any advice?
I just read that at the same time.
Yeah, we're on the same path, me and you, Ruby. This is how to be in a job interview. Get very, very drunk and go in there very sure of yourself. I'd say even aggressive. Say, you need me more than I need you. Bang your fist down on the table. Say, I don't give you a job. Go in there aggressive. What do you think, Ruby? What's your job advice?
What's my job advice?
Oh, job interview advice for Lucy.
Be your absolute self. Don't give in to that little voice or even if it's not a voice, just that doubt. Just keep going with that first thought. Yourself. Never.
I love this advice.
Yourself. Yeah.
Ruby, you could be doing your own YouTube videos where you give people spiritual advice. Fantastic stuff.
That's what I want to do. Give me a little bit of motivation.
Who's that on the sofa with you?
Letitia, my mate, with a deaf dog Bruiser. Or yell out to Bruiser, he won't hear you.
Someone's just asked for my favourite current West Ham player. I always love Mark Noble, I love Declan Rice, and I love Mikhail Antonio. So those are some of my favourite West Ham players currently. Ruby!
Oh!
All right, I'm going to duck out now because I've got a dog to walk and a family life to live. I love you. Thanks very much for coming on. Ruby, what a joy to meet you. I hope.
Rolling Stones.
What, mate?
Ruby Tuesday by Rolling Stones.
Look, Ruby, your name is celebrated, and quite rightly. You're fantastic. Do you want to touch on the debates? Yeah, I've done a video on the presidential debates. It'll be out later today. I'll see you all later. I'm going to duck out now. Peace, Ruby. Peace, all of you.
Bye.